Hey guys, Texas Nick here, server 1373. Going to talk today about these new skill chips that we got. So we're going to cover a couple of things. The first being the versus points that we get for these. So on day one of versus, which is radar training day, we get points for opening skill chip chests. So if we come in here to versus, click on radar training. So you can see here at the bottom it says for each chip chest opened and one premium chip material gained. So what this is referring to, if you come to your inventory, these are the skill chip chests that you can open on Monday. The other ones are the drone component chests. We save those for another day. But these ones, if you click on them, they'll literally be called skill chip chests. And it's going to tell you in the description what you get by opening it. And in the end, it says you will also get premium chip material times and then a number. So this one is times 30. These common skill chip chests, premium chip material times 1. That's what you're going to gain the points on. So it's the number of versus points that it noted times how many of those premium chip materials you get. Now, when we actually open these, we'll go in and just open all the ones I have. This is day one of versus, so I'm getting points for this. We'll open those. You'll see what we get. So we get our premium chip materials. That's what we scored points on. And then we get all these other random skill chip parts. The ones that are actually going to matter to us are these. So when we come into the drone and you go to skill chip, this is where you're actually going to install the skill chips you get. Now, initially, you might have to do purples until you get the gold ones. And I'll show you how to make the gold if you don't pull them from the skill chip boxes. But anyway, there's 4 skill chips for each type. So those types being tanks, aircraft, and missiles, just like your squad types. Anything that's not gold, you can actually trade in down here on the combat boost section. And the reason you want to increase your combat boost, not only does it increase some of the attributes here, but also it's going to increase your combat boost level. And when you reach certain milestones on the level, you can see them here. This is going to unlock chip presets for each of your squads. So obviously, everyone has 3 squads. Some people have 4 squads if they have VIP. This is how you're going to be able to get those chipsets for each of those squads. So eventually, you're going to have a tank preset, an aircraft preset, and a missile preset. You know, once you have all your heroes and all of these unlocked. But it's going to obviously take time. So right now, I'm at just over 150 on my combat boost stage. So I have 2 presets unlocked. Those 2 presets coming back here to skill chip. The first one I've dedicated to aircraft, and I tie this to my aircraft squad. The second one, tank chipset. I assign this to my tank squad. So because each of the types is going to give boosts or buff to that squad type. So if I were to install a bunch of missile gear on this, but assign it to my tank chipset, it's not going to do anything. And you can actually click into it and see what the boost gives. You know, so like this one gives your back row tank heroes extra damage increase for a certain amount of time. This one is at the beginning of the battle. You get a shield. And you can actually see when you watch the battle reports what the buffs are, like when the buffs are occurring with these skill chips. Okay, so we have a bunch of purple. We might have gold. What do we do with them? So if you come back in here into the combat boost, you can either hit quick add, and it's going to add in a bunch of the green and blue parts that you don't really want. Any of the combat drone experience will also quick add there. Or if you actually click into it, you're going to be able to select which purple ones you want to give up. And the purples actually give a lot of combat boost upgrade points. So you can either select them by touching them. It's going to give you this warning, like it's going to, hey, this is going to consume this. For this one, this is a missile chip. I'm nowhere near having my missile chipset unlocked or even having my missiles built up, so I don't really care. Plus, it's a purple. If you want to, for whatever reason, take some of these out, you just hit this little minus sign, and then you can remove them. Or if you click them, you can add them back in. So this gives you a preview of, hey, if I dump all of these chipset pieces in here, my boost stage is going to go from 151 to 155. That's my primary objective right now, other than collecting gold chips. So I'm just going to go ahead and add all of these. And then we hit promote, and you'll see my entire power went up 5,400. I get a couple of attributes on my drone, and that was all my excess stuff. So if we go back to the skill chips, if you have multiples of these, you can hit upgrade. And you see, like, the current level it's on, I need 3 of this exact same one to upgrade it. Now, I've upgraded this one for the sole fact that I had duplicates and I haven't had a gold one of it yet. Once I get a gold one, this purple chip and all of the upgrades go straight into the combat boost. And then I start upgrading the gold. Here's an example of the gold upgrades. So click into the gold chip, hit upgrade. This one's going to cost 2 to upgrade now, but I've already upgraded it once, and it just increases the attributes and the buffs that chip is providing. So ideally you want to get gold chips and you want to get multiples of gold chips. So aside from the skill chip chest where you're getting either purple or gold chips, you can also create these. So if you come to your chip lab, which is this building here. So if I want to make a aircraft, I'd come to the aircraft section. I choose which of the chips I want to make, and they're going to vary in value. You see each of these are 400 each for the purple. This one's 800 because it's a little bit more rare. And it's going to show you the positioning of it up here. So that's where it goes in that little skill chip tree that we were just on, the position of it. Or the golds all cost 800 of the premium chip material. So they're obviously a little bit harder to get. But anyway, once you have enough of those chip points, you would select the one you want to create, you hit craft, and it makes it instantly. It's not like gear where you have to wait a day and a half or however long it is. It just makes the chip, and then you can either come to inventory, select it to upgrade here, or go to the actual chip center within the drone, and that's how you upgrade it. So end game, you want to have a lot of gold chips for all the different troop types, and you want to have them upgraded. When you're starting off, it's okay to have a couple of purples. Just once you get those golds, go ahead and replace them. So hopefully this helps. Shoot me a PM or contact any of the R4s if you have questions.